Hey y'all, I'm Corey from Lanes. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make some red beans and rice. All right, I love me some Cajun food, Creole food, Mardi Gras season, you name it. All that stuff, near and dear to my heart. So what we're gonna do today is a Louisiana Cajun classic, comfort classic. We're gonna do red beans and rice. Let's show you how to make it. All right, for this recipe, you're gonna need some dried red beans. We've got some chicken stock, bay leaves, 3 cloves of garlic minced, and then we've got our Cajun Holy Trinity, which is onion, celery, and bell pepper. We've got some diced jalapeno, smoked andouille sausage, a pork ham hock, our combination of garlic squared and blackening seasoning, and then I'm gonna spice it up a little bit with our one-legged chicken sauce. First step to get this recipe going is you're gonna take your dried red beans and we're gonna soak them overnight. 6 to 8 cups of water per 1 pound of dried beans. And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna plump up overnight. They're gonna get soaked through and it'll make them easier to cook and it'll cut your cook time down. But what I've got right here is some already pre-soaked so we can get this going. We're gonna get our andouille sausage cut in half and then we're gonna get that on the grill to char it up. We're gonna get our sausage on the grill and then we're gonna start sauteing these veggies. All right, in our cast iron Dutch oven, we're gonna toss in half a stick of butter. That melts it down a little bit. And then the heart and soul of all Louisiana cooking, the Holy Trinity, going in with that onion, bell pepper, celery, and for a little heat, diced jalapeno. For the sausage, what we're really looking for is getting a good grill mark, some good charring on this before we dice it up and get it in the pot. You just want to chop these up into smaller pieces. If you want them even smaller, you can cut them quartered, but I like that right there. All right, for the seasoning on this, we've got our blackening seasoning, 2 to 3 tablespoons of that. Garlic squared is such an incredible flavor enhancer and actually works well with any of our rubs. So if you need just a boost of garlic and herbal note in anything you're cooking, garlic squared's the way to go. And about 2 tablespoons of that. Those two together make a fantastic Cajun style seasoning. Stir all that together to get these seasonings mixed with the butter and get the flavors develop more. Our veggies have softened and now we're going to throw in our minced garlic. We throw this in at this point because if you go at the beginning, garlic has a tendency to burn and will get super bitter. So we're just gonna let that get in there for another couple minutes and then we'll start adding everything else in. All right, now it's everybody else into the pool. We've got our smoked ham hock, our diced up sausage, our soaked red beans, our chicken stock, and then our bay leaves. We're gonna give this a good stir, get it to a rolling boil, and then I'm gonna adjust my grill down in temperature just to maintain a simmer. And then we're gonna let this simmer for about 1 hour to 2 hours until it thickens up and the beans are fully cooked and soft. All right, this has been going for about 1.5 hours. We've got a lot of reduction in our liquid here. Beans are really nice and tender, and we're gonna pull our ham hock out at this point. And this is going to cool off for a minute, and then we're gonna shred the meat off of it and add that back in. While the ham hock's cooling down so I can shred it, we're gonna take some beans out of the pot and we're gonna smash them up. And what that's going to do is the starch that releases from the beans will help thicken this into a gravy-like consistency. And that's what we're looking for our final product. Bottom of my ladle, we're gonna smash these down and get some of the starch out of these beans. Add that back in. Stir that around. All right, right now is a good time to add a little more spice. We're gonna put some of our one-legged chicken sauce in here. Add as little or as much as you like. It is optional, but I like that little extra vinegar bite in the heat. Got the ham hock here. We're gonna take this little skin layer off. That's a little tough. That's not gonna go well in the final product. But what we want is to get the meat off of these bones. Just like that. I'm gonna chop it up a little bit. Any pieces of like cartilage or skin that's left in here, we can just throw that to the side. All we're looking for is the meat, maybe just a little bit of that fat right there. It doesn't seem like much, but this will add a ton of flavor back to your final product. All right, so that's going back in the pot. All right, the red beans are good to go. I'm ready for a bite, but before we do anything, we want to make sure we take our bay leaves out because those are not quite edible, but they have done their job and imparted a great flavor into the red beans. So, ready to pour up a bowl. In the middle of the plate, I've got just some regular long grain white rice. Any kind of rice you like will be perfect for this. And to finish it up, we're going to sprinkle a little parsley on it because parsley just makes it pretty. All right, I've waited long enough. Let's get a bite. Make sure we get a little bit of everything on our spoon. Just comfort in a bowl right there. There's a nice little heat to it, salty, peppery, nice garlicky bite as well from our garlic squared seasoning. This is traditional for Monday nights in Louisiana, but there ain't a night of the week that I wouldn't have this.